Yahoo! Welcome back, trainers and collectors. It is your favorite Poke Plumber. For today's plumber's share of the day is going to be something really cool that I just want to share with you guys. Here we have an Arceus Level X tin. This bad boy comes with 5 packs. Most likely it's going to be the Rising Rivals, multiple Arceus packs, and a Stormfront, I believe, alongside. It could be a Legend Awaken. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different print runs, but really cool. Got this into the collection. Just thought I would share with everybody. You don't see this every day. 2009, baby. 2009. So really cool. Really happy to get that to the collection. Shout out to the one and only Moonlight. Welcome back, trainers and collectors. It is your favorite Poke Plumber, fleshing out the latest news and the hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Hope you guys are all doing well. We're going to do the giveaways. I haven't spun the giveaway for the first partner tin, so that was on the last video. So we're going to push that to the next video. Haven't had time yet. And then for this giveaway, I think we've done one of these before. So I opened one with my son earlier, and I said, you know what? I could share one with these guys. It comes with some cool Sword and Shield product. I believe it's 3 Fusion Strike packs and 2, the best set ever, Billion Stars packs. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification. Say it with me now. To end your chance to win this Arceus tin. If it's free, it's for me. You know, Arceus and Arceus? Like, Q. I hope that's not in the way. I'll stack that over there. But what is up, everybody? We got a fun episode today. I have notes, so never fear. We have to talk about the newest Rayquaza set, baby. And if anyone says Rayquaza, they lose all credibility because it's Rayquaza. It is Delta Rain. Delta Rain. I like it. Delta Rain. Imagine if it was a black box and it had a huge ray on it. That'd be sick. Not going to happen. It's just going to be a black box and say Delta Rain. Blah, 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 blah. But we have a Delta Rain set coming out. It is a Rayquaza set. And I know everyone's excited for it, right? Everyone's talking about the 30th, but mostly people love Rayquaza, right? There are way more Rayquaza fanboys out there than 99% of the Pokemon. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I pre-ordered 4 cases from the one and only Pokehive a while back, right? It was supposed to be the Darkrai set, but he mixed them up back then. This is how long ago I pre-ordered this. I think like 6 months ago. So I'm pretty set for that. So I'm excited. Delta Rain is going to be incredible. Anything but Rayquaza, we love it. We saw a long time ago a gold SIR or the gold secret rare pop up for the Mega Ray, so now we know it's pretty much real. It looked really, really cool. I don't want to share that yet. I'm not going to pop that on screen. It's way too early. Don't want Pokemon to get mad at me. But, yeah, I mean, if it continues doing what the Mega Era has been doing by putting, you know, the Mega Ray as the main Pokemon and then, like, 3, you know, subpar Pokemon, like, yeah, Ray is the ultimate chase. Like, right now, when I look at the Mega sets, I put Mega Base at 1, right? So Mega Evolution Base is my favorite main set so far. And then I think it goes like Phantasmal because of Zard Chase, and then Chaos, and then the Pitch Black set, right? Like, I'm not the most excited for Pitch Black. Before we get into Pitch Black, all that good stuff, I do want to talk about what happens nowadays when they announce a Pokemon, right? And it's crazy because it was never like this. But like when they announced the Chaos Rising with the Greninja, we saw, you know, the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade start to go up. So now you're going to see all these other Mega Rays start to go up. I did a little bit of research, and the Roaring Skies Rayquaza in a PSA 10 is going for $31,000, right? $31,000. It is a pop 116. That is pretty darn low. But that made no sense to me because right now the Ancient Origins Ray, which was always more expensive than the Roaring Skies Ray, the Ancient Origin Ray is $11,000 in a PSA 10. But the pop is also way higher. It is 818. So Roaring Skies 116, 818 for the shiny Ray from Ancient Origins. So I mean, you'll start to see these cards, the raw prices go up. I don't know if it'll have an effect on Roaring Skies because, like, it's not exactly, you know, Ancient Origins. It's more so, you know, Roaring Skies. So right now, Roaring Skies is sitting at $4,000 a box, but it intrigued me knowing there's a $31,000 PSA 10. Not saying, I mean, I could remember sitting on my floor in my old house, and I remember I bought a bunch of Roaring Skies from Zap Comics. This is years and years ago, and I remember sitting there and pulling the Ray from Roaring Skies. So I have a lot of nostalgia for the Ray, and I never pulled it from Ancient Origins, but I did pull it from Roaring Skies, and I think I sold like the raw card for like $30. $30, and now it's a $31,000 card. I remember I bought the 10 back in the day for like $550, and that's like 2 years ago, 3 years ago maybe now, and now it's a $31,000 card. So I don't know, just pay attention. We might see Roaring Skies go on a little bit of a run for the big ballers out there because they want to have Roaring Skies and they want to have the new Delta Rain set. So side by side, they're going to look cool because you haven't really had like anything match up with the XY era yet. So I guess Delta Rain's going to be the first one to really line up. I mean, you could say Phantasmal Flames is the same as Flashfire in a way. So I guess you could say that, but I don't know. I just know everyone's going to be excited for this set. Just keep an eye out on your Rayquazas from the Evolving Skies era, from the Evolving Skies set. Evolving Skies is sitting at like 2,700 right now, but it has 2 Rays in it. Even though they're VMAX Rays and then a normal V-Ray, it's just like the Ray thing, guys. The Ray thing. It just, all Rays are going to go up. I don't even know how much higher the Gold Star Ray can go, but I don't know. This is just where this market's at. It's very strange. It's very strange. I think we're going to see a lot of Rayquaza movement in, you know, the months to come leading up to this set. Pitch Black is coming out, and it seems that like everybody's overlooking it. No one's really excited for it. I mean, some people are excited for the Darkrai, but I feel like this isn't a set that you have to hop on. I think it's at like $260, $270 right now on TCG Player. Do not pay those prices, okay? I think this set's going to sit around, I think it's still going to be in the 200s, which is ridiculous. I don't think the set's that strong. Like I said, a couple of cool cards. I'm not going to go crazy on this set. Might buy a couple, but I think 200-ish? 200? Yeah, I think it's a $200 box, maybe even less. Maybe even less. But it's crazy that I'm saying at $200 is a buy because that's just the truth. It's $200. If you want to add a couple. If Darkrai is one of your favorite Pokemon, then this set's for you. I'm excited for the Zeraora. I'm just a big Zeraora fan, so I'm kind of, you know, that's like my chase from the set. And of course, the Darkrai is the chase. I might be one of the few out there, but I don't love these gold cards. Like the new rarity with the golds, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I'm just being honest. They're not for me. They're not for me. They're really tough to pull. They're going to age super well because the pull rates are really tough. Like I've opened a couple cases of Mega Evolution Base, never pulled a gold. Open a case of Phantasmal, never pulled a gold. Same with Chaos. I opened multiple Chaos cases, no gold. Same with Perfect Order, no gold. So they really are tough to pull. So, I mean, for a lot of people, they do like them, but it's just not my cup of tea. The numbers seem to be the same, right? Like, everyone that got Chaos Rising, it's like the same numbers for Chaos Rising. So, guys, it's just, this is where we're at. When Wave 1 and Wave 2 come out, that's your opportunity, and that's when you kind of have to hop on it. So, if you want to have it in your collection, buy it pretty early. I don't know if they're doing a second wave. I haven't heard anything like that yet. I do know the first wave is soon. Pre-release starts, I believe, next weekend. Is it this weekend or next weekend? So, I mean, we're always excited for new sets, but it's just, I don't know. This set doesn't do it for me. But, so I was having a good conversation with my buddy Anthony today, and we were just talking, right? And a couple years ago, I remember I used to say this on the podcast. I'd be like, if Pokemon goes to nothing, goes to zero, then I'll be able to enjoy Pokemon product and open everything I have, right? That used to be the saying back then. Everyone's like, if it goes to zero, then we'll just open it and enjoy it. It's so crazy how times are so different now that that's not even like a saying that anybody says anymore, if it goes to zero, right? It's just like if it crashes and drops a little bit, right? No one thinks Pokemon's going to go to zero. And that's the wildest thing. We're in such different times where no collector even thinks there's a possibility of Pokemon going to zero. I mean, heck, I don't think Pokemon was ever going to go to zero, especially now. But it's just so funny how in a couple of years, the whole mindset can change, right? I remember even like, I tell you guys these stories all the time. I remember when I got in back then in 2018, I used to go to a Walmart or Target, and you could literally go and get Sun and Moon product, XY product, and even Black and White product, all on the shelf. Right? All this stuff was still on the shelf. You can shop for 3 different eras. And then Sword and Shield came, COVID happened. I mean, In the beginning, you could still find some Sun and Moon product. But then it's like now we went into Scarlet and Violet, and you would be able to find some Sword and Shield, right? Like when Scarlet and Violet came out with 151 Paldean Fates, you'd be able to find, you know, Brilliant Stars on the shelves, Lost Origin on the shelves. Heck, you could even find, you know, Shining Fates ETBs on the shelf. Even sometimes you get lucky, find Evolving Skies. But then we got into the end of Scarlet and Violet era, and there's nothing on the shelves, right? Now we're in the Mega era. And if you do find anything on the shelves, it's going to be Chaos Rising and Perfect Order. It's never been this long of a dry spell on shelves, right? And that's what keeps creating the mayhem, the madness, everything like that. But times have changed so much that you can't even find one era ago, and we're still in the early stages of the Mega Evolution era. And you're not even finding any Scarlet and the Violet on shelves. And I'm not talking about LGSs, that stack eras like that. I'm saying nowadays, it has become so tough to even find anything. And it's happened year after year now. This is going on almost 2 years strong. So I don't know where my point was with that, but it's just like everything has changed and we've all had to adapt. But right now, in this summer, what we're seeing, at least so far, is we're seeing everything nice and horizontal. When it comes to the Sword and Shield era, it's just like when I look at everything going nice and horizontal, it's all buying opportunities. We're seeing that with the Scarlet and Violet era. Destined Rivals is dropping in price. Surging Sparks is going up. We did see Prismatic and Ascended Heroes get bought out, which is kind of, you know, crazy. I mean, they've reloaded the packs, but the ETBs are at a higher price now. So if we're not going to get any more Prismatic ETBs, go for it. If we're not going to get any Ascended ETBs, go for it. We're seeing Black Bolt, White Flare go up in price. It's like, focus on specialty sets right now. Those 3 sets have my attention. And like, even though people still feel like there's a lot around, because there is, people don't want it. They're turning their head to it, even though we're watching Prismatic go up in price, right? Now imagine what it's going to be like this time next year with Prismatic Evolutions. No more prints, right? No more tins, no more packs popping up here and there. This is probably your last opportunity for Prismatic ETBs. And I'm going to say it. ETBs, SPCs, I have a lot of it, right? I made those moves. But for anyone out there watching that doesn't have any of this stuff in your collection, don't miss your opportunity. We talked about the rumor of no more Scarlet and Violet coming on your shelves. If I'm you guys, right, I'm not going all in on Pitch Black. I'm not going all in on Perfect Order. I'm stepping back a little bit and focusing on the the Prismatic Evolution. Screw it. Focus on the Ascended Heroes. Even though we should be getting it, they announced they're coming out with more tins or whatever. So that's a good opportunity for you guys. Take advantage of that. But there's so many good Scarlet and Violet sets that are completely flat, have a nice buy-in price that you just can't go wrong, right? Like I said, this could be the summer of opportunity. We might look back at this in September, October, and November when this new Ray set comes back and everything's going up again, and we'll say, holy crap, we had the greatest opportunity for the summer. So I don't know, guys, I think this summer is going to be nice and relaxing opposed to last summer. Like, yes, we're seeing a lot of slabs go crazy. I think the PSA, you know, not putting out anything is causing a little bit more extra chaos. We see all those digital pack ripping companies, you know, scatter to get slabs right now. And now I hear people paying 92, 93%, right? They're paying even higher. So we're seeing slabs. I mean, guys, we talked about this. Slabs could go up even higher. We think these prices are higher now, but they could jump up another 20, 30, 40% in the next couple months. Who freaking knows? If you have some slabs and you're into them and they've gone up 10, 20 grand, because I'm telling you, a lot of people, like if you had that Rayquaza at $500 and now it's a $31,000 card, maybe it doesn't hurt to take profits, right? There is so much opportunity right now with your modern Pokemon, it's hard to ignore. It's hard to ignore. Anything Scarlet and Violet, absolute opportunity right now. Anything with Sword and Shield, a huge opportunity because I think it's going to run like no other. And heck, Sun and Moon, opportunity. XY, opportunity. And I was thinking this, right? I'm looking at the price of these megas, right? I'm looking at the price of the PSA 10s. I'm looking at the population of all these full arts I've been buying. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these vintage slabs. I'm looking at how these bigger vintage slabs, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $80,000, right? In PSA 10s. Crazy, crazy numbers. And I'm like, okay, you had all the Diamond and Pearl kids have real money now. The EX era has real money. The WotC era has real money. What happens when your black and white kids grow up? What happens when your X and Y kids grow up and they get real money? Could this be foreshadowing of what's going to happen with the XY full arts? Could this be foreshadowing of what's going to happen with the megas? I mean, we're seeing it happen with the Sun and Moon era, but those kids haven't even grown up yet to get money. People are just buying them, right? If this is only 30 years into the hobby, what does the next 20 years look like when these kids grow up? It's just fascinating when you try to look at the broader, like broaden your horizons, look at the bigger picture. We could be at the tip of the iceberg with some of these PSA 10 full arts, right? Like, I think that's what made me buy them now, right? Because I look at this card and I remember buying this for $120 in a PSA 10. Now look at the price of this. Like, it still doesn't seem real. But then I look at the pop, I look how irrational the slab market is, and I'm like, I look at the highs of all these other cards. Like, mid-tier cards from the Diamond and Pearl era, freaking 40 grand in a PSA 10? So what happens when you have true beauty of an art? Guys, I don't know. This is why I just collect a little bit of everything. This is why I diversify like no other. Like, I think in today's day and age, right in this moment, I am the most diversified I've ever been when it comes to slabs, when it comes to singles, master sets, when it comes to tins, when it comes to XY era, modern, vintage, all that stuff. And it was just like I bought things that I loved, that I remember collecting back then, and now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm actually comfortable in a good spot. Of course, there's a couple slabs I want to add. Of course, there's some tins I want to add. But when I look at the grand scheme of things, and I get past the craziness of what the prices of an XY era box is, or the prices of XY slabs or Sun and Moon boxes, when I accept how different things are, and I look at these older Diamond and Pearl boxes, I'm like, okay, XY is going to hit black and white prices. Black and white's going to hit Diamond and Pearl prices. Sun and Moon's going to hit black and white prices eventually. And then the Sword and Shield's going to be Sun and Moon prices. This is your modern day art. Back then, you had people collecting Picassos, right? You had people collecting all special artists. And now, these are your modern day kids buying this stuff. We like collectibles. We love having something that's tangible. So yeah, things might feel crazy now. We're going to have ebbs and flows. There will be a crash where you'll have unlimited opportunity. But in the grand scheme of things, the 30th is almost here. This is 30 years young. Imagine how much a tin like this is going to be in 10 years. It's fascinating to think about, and it sure is damn fun. Like, I love this stuff. I have memories for all of it. All of it. And I think that's the greatest thing is, like, I guess people could have nostalgia for, like, a Picasso or an artist, but I was literally opening this stuff. I was opening, Arceus with my little brothers. I was opening, Expedition for myself, hating on it because I hated e-readers. But I remember these things. I remember opening so much XY when I got back into this hobby because it was on clearance everywhere. Hell, I have nostalgia for Steam Siege. Like, I have nostalgia for all these XY sets, legendary treasures from Black and White. And, like, I grow with it, and guess what? Guess what? I have nostalgia for Sword and Shield. I even have nostalgia for Paldea Evolved. It's beautiful because the more you're into this hobby, the more you collect, the more you open, the more you enjoy, the more you create memories with your family, your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your wife. It just goes on and on and on. And I think that's just the most beautiful thing about Pokemon. It just doesn't end. And if it gets cheaper, we have more fun. And if it gets more expensive, we take profits and we buy the cheaper stuff and keep it moving and roll it over and roll it over and roll it over. It's just a win-win, guys. It's a win-win. And I was talking to my buddy, and I said, you know what the truth is? Even if there was a crash, we could still kill it. We'll still make the same money. You'll be able to buy it 70% instead of 90%. And you're going to flip. You're still going to have a great margin percentage-wise. You're just not going to be making that crazy amount of money off of one item. You're going to have to flip 4 or 5 items to make that profit of that one item, right? It's just going to be more of a fair market. So yeah, I'm not afraid of the crash. Yeah, I'm not afraid if it booms. I situated myself to enjoy all possibilities. And the goal is to have you guys do the same. Just like, try not to be so negative. Everyone's so negative. When it's down, they want it to go up. When it's up, they want it to go down. We just got to let it rock out. See what happens. And who knows, this can go into a 2-year freaking horrible market like it did in 2021, right? And those were 2 freaking dark years. And we got out of it. No one ever thought we'd have a COVID again. This is a COVID on steroids. You can ask all your favorite investor tours, all that stuff. They said it was never possible to have COVID era again. And this said, hold my beer. And I truly think that Pokemon Pocket created it. So who knows, in the next 4 years, things are getting dark, things are getting bad. Bam, red Netflix series for Pokemon. Boop, 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 boop. You had Pokemon Go. You had Detective Pikachu. You had Pokemon Pocket. Who knows what the future holds? And that's the most fun part. Who knows, but we'll speculate and we'll have fun doing it. For everyone's favorite segment of the day, Pokemon pronunciation of the day. I guess my son ran off with the book. But give us a random Pokemon to... Oh, I have it in the book. What did I want it? Why is it in the book? Quack, va, vol. Quack, wa, vol. Quack, wa, vol. Quack, wa, vol. Dancing in ways that evoke faraway places, this Pokemon mesmerizes all that see it. Flourishes or... Guys, I can't see it. Keeps going in and out. We'll just say it. Quack, wa, vol. That was the worst Pokemon pronunciation. I am truly sorry. Pyukumuku. 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 Like, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry, guys. That was horrible. If you stuck through that, just know that this box might be the most undervalued booster box around right now. Man, this is a beauty. This is a beauty. And guess what? I bought 4 of them, sold a couple, dollar cost average. Now I'm into this. That means 0. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want to leave. Sometimes I just... Oh, you guys want to see something cool? Yeah, I'll show you something cool. This is a population of 41. This is a no symbol Scyther from Jungle, and there's only 41 PSA 10s in the entire world. How cool is that? Only 41 of them. Yeah, that is so cool. What else? Oh, I'll show you. Oh, okay. I got another cool thing I'll show you. This is a Mega Mewtwo X box. It comes with the Mega Mewtwo. It has Ancient Origins, Roaring Skies, Breakthrough. I think they're both Breakthrough. Yeah, they're both Breakthrough. Yeah, that's really cool. That is really cool. Do I have anything? Oh, I'll show you one more thing. I didn't show you this in the last video by accident, but my comic place, I remember they were yelling at me and they were like, Nick, you have to buy this. We'll give it to you for really cheap. And I was like, I don't want sleeves. I don't want any sleeves. And they're like, trust us, just buy it. And I said, fine, I will. And then look how much a 144 count sleeve case is. 2021, that's 5 years old now. That is pretty freaking special. That is pretty freaking special. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got for you guys. I pulled this on my wedding. Graded a 10. That's pretty cool. That is cool. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope everybody has a safe, happy weekend. Just know I love you guys. I appreciate you guys as always. And the goal is for us just to have fun and make money in the meantime. Like, what hobby does this? What hobby does this? And truth be told, it all goes up. It just keeps going up and it makes no sense. It's irrational, but it's fun and it helps us afford things that we never thought we could afford. Like, yeah, I plumb hard, I work hard, but like Pokemon adds that little extra fun into it. And I think that's just so important. And there's not enough people focusing on the positives. It's always negative this, negative that. There's so much positivity to life. And if you let it and focus on the good things will come to you. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys truly are the very best.